keep fighting voices in my mind that say I'm not enough. Every single lie that tells me I will never measure up. Am I more than just the sum of every high and every low? Remind me once again just who I am, because I need to know. Whoa, you say I am loved when I can't feel a thing. You say I am strong when I think I am weak. You say I am held when I am falling short, and when I don't belong. Oh, you say I am yours, and I believe. Oh, I believe what you say of me. The only thing that matters now is everything you think of me. In you I find my worth, in you I find my identity. Oh, you say I am loved when I can't feel a thing. You say I am strong when I think I am weak. And you say I am held when I am falling short, and when I don't belong. Oh, you say I am yours, and I believe. Oh, I believe what you say of me.
This is the fucking moon. The fucking moon, man. Oh, wake up, everybody.
You have every failure, God, and you have every victory. Every victory, 'cause you say I am loved when I can't feel a thing. And you say I am strong when I think I am weak. And you say I am held when I am falling short. And when I don't belong, oh, you say I am yours, and I believe.
Okay, angles and distances of perspective. So angles and distances of perspective. I got a few things set up here. I got moon videos that I'm going to pull up that I took myself. I like using my own moon videos because it's not that anyone else really hides anything, but then I got to deal with copyright shit, and it's bad enough I got to deal with that for music in the background. So these are two moons printed up. I'm looking around at them. It's fucking amazing. It's amazing. I've been doing this for 6 years now, and still no one's looking. It's incredible. Down here, I'm going to have my videos and use the photographs. One of these photos is mine, and the other one that I took myself, and then this is from someone else that I downloaded. I have some filters set up. I may or may not throw some filters on. We'll see what happens. I don't really need filters up here because I've got red bulbs and blue bulbs, and I've got them set up like this so I can throw my light around where I want it. And I'm, working my lights and shadows is what I call it. It's very simple. It's for everybody. This is not a me thing. So I want to go in on some of the moon. Hopefully the videos don't get deleted. I'll try to make 2 of them real quick. I have cropping tools, and I have my stupid pointer stick, so I can just point a few things out while I'm going through this. So again, I'm using my light at the ends here, and I'm moving my camera back and forth, picking up my lights and shadows, and then with my same hand. So it's all like coming natural for me to grab this imagery. So I don't know if I should throw a yellow filter on. I guess I could try it. This yellow filter is a little smudgy too, but let's see. I kind of do like using the filter too. I'll try a darker filter. I'll point out while I'm here. This is a monitor. I cut out the same size as the monitor, a hole in a kitchen table, and I have the option for short legs and long legs. And the reason for that is something that I wanted to keep pointing out as I'm going along is, John, if you're going to be with me for the next week or two, maybe you'll hang in there and watch some of these videos. I'm going to have to upload a lot of videos on the Right to Reality channel. So whether they're copies of these videos or whether they are new videos that I just cannot put up on the Michael Oziak channel, because the Michael Oziak channel will get deleted before the Right to Reality channel. I don't have any strikes over there yet. I have some copyright shit that I got to delete. But other than that, so anyways, I wanted to point out is that in the True Creator system, there is no up, down, left, right, backward, forward, in and out. I want to keep stressing that as we're looking at angles and distances of perspective along with lights and shadows. And I'm pointing that out because as I'm going through this, I'm going to be turning this moon and coming around this way, and then I may come around from the other side, and I'm going all over, and I'm just doing it naturally now. More so than I was in the beginning, where I was trying to explain more of everything that I was doing. So I'm just pointing some of these things out because I'm not really explaining them for a while now. I do a little bit, but then I get pissed off during my series, and then I stop explaining shit because I don't want to argue with everyone. So I'm going to put on a sunglasses filter that I cut. Yeah, I like that. I like that. It adds contrast for me. It's because I know you can see it better when I put the filters on. That's why I'm doing it. So this is the area, if I can get my stick in here, this is the area that I was showing you yesterday. The guy with the broken tooth, tongue sticking out. You can see his forehead up here. You can see several different hairdos in different directions at different angles and distances of perspective. I'm bouncing this bulb around with my right hand pretty naturally. It's image within image. So there's going to be a lot of images in here that you will see and that you'll notice, and some of them will change. Like this area here will change to your perspective because I'm moving the camera over here. You'll notice it when you start looking for yourself. You'll notice these things. For example, eye, nose, mouth right here, right? But that other character, it's always image within image. So up here, for example, eye, nose, and mouth down here of this other image, and I can come up here and get them for you. If I take the bottom out and crop them out, and then also I just changed angles too, because now that I did that, I got his forehead going way over to here. See the forehead, see the hairdo up here? Watch, I'm going to bring them down so you get them now. Remember I was telling you in yesterday's video that I was doing on the moon, the same exact area. It's just that now I'm working my lights a little better. I can show you a little better. So I'm coming down. Here's that same face. Here's the timeline, remember? I was explaining to you. So I guess it's good that I'm coming back starting here again. So now what I'm doing is I'm angling my camera and I'm getting my light just right. So now I'm picking up the whole thing. So this whole hairdo now, right? This whole hairdo over here, going with this forehead reaching all the way over to here for the receding hairline, with this large eye, fat face comes all the way down here for that, using that same tongue, same mouth, but in a different direction, and I think it's even another tooth. It looks like it's the next tooth over that's broken. See the broken tooth? Because now I'm widening. I'm going to take my shadows out of there. And I'll go in a little bit more. I'll fuck around with my angles and distances to show you what I'm talking about. All right. And then when I come around this way, when I come back, then I can get him, we can lose his fatness right here again on that same timeline. I don't have a cropping tool in my hand, but right there to make him the skinnier look. I also just moved the the moon too, because I have it on a swivel. I mean, it's fucking awesome. Anyways, so that's that one, and I'm gonna look at it a little bit while we're in here. Speaker's gonna shut off if I don't turn that back on. And again, I'll be moving my lights around as I'm doing this and doing things automatically, and I'll try to point them out as I'm doing them, as I'm making movements and stuff. Because again, it's always for the most crisp, clear image of all the zillions of images that are in here. You have to have the right lights and shadows. My lights may have to come down to here in a little while in order for me to get certain images that I'm trying to show you, and then you'll see them better when I have lights angled at a different direction or shadows angled at a different direction, and therefore so that's why you're noticing that I'm kind of staying down in here, because I've got light being thrown around different ways. But eventually I'm going to take this moon and I'm going to move it around. This isn't a reason why I'm telling you, anybody that's coming to my videos, this stuff is because that's the reason why I'm doing 360s on my camera when you come to my channel. That's the whole reason why I'm doing that, because it's all about angles and distances of perspective, and we were lied to about all these things. So by looking for yourselves, you'll realize that the moon is nothing that we were told. It's not a ball. It's not anything we're told. I can't even talk about it because my videos are going to get deleted if I do. So I'm trying to show it to you rather than tell you about it. And then anything I do tell you about anyway seems to be like debates and arguments of religions and things like that we were told in our books rather than what we can see for ourselves. All right, so anyways, the reason I even started off on my little tangent is because when I was looking back, I was watching the video that I just posted yesterday, this one right here. And when I'm looking at things, it's easy for me now because I know where everything is. So I was up here giving you this. I'm a little shaky because I'm far away, but I, nose, and mouth, okay? Now I'm going to come back and try to, and I can move the light around. I'll try to get them like this. I might bounce my light around. Just give me a second. I want to get his eyes looking over at me. And let's see. I'm moving my light around a little bit with my right hand, so just give me a second. Okay. So as I'm coming in deeper, this is that bald spot that I was telling you about up here. I can bring my camera down and get him on the bald spot and make him look bald in a lot of different directions. It's pretty cool because see the bald spot goes from here to here, and then you see this area here. Now, this hairdo works out on this image for a lot of different images, and this hairdo is being used as a hairdo for our eyes. I'm going to get back on him in a second. Give me a second. I know I lost him because I'm shaking around while I'm trying to show you. All right. We can even go there somewhere, I guess. I really want to turn this light bulb around. I will in a minute. All right, so these are his eyes again. If anyone's lost him, his eyes are here. His nose, the Jesus nose, is right here. It only goes down to here. And hold on a minute. I got several different images right now that are popping out at me when I'm moving my light around, but I just don't want to keep throwing everybody off, anybody that might be coming to them. So just give me a second. All right, so staying on the bald spot. What the hell did I move that made? I don't think that's gonna do it. Maybe this. I'm gonna bring some light in on the other side for a second. Give me a minute. Yeah. what started me off was the up, down, left, right, backward, forward, in and out, because I forgot to mention that. So again, I'm coming back out for him. Eye, nose, mouth open, tongue sticking out, using that same tongue of this image here, right? When I go in and get him again, using that same mouth and tongue, which is used for a lot of different things in a lot of different directions. It's used for an eye, it's used for mouths, in all different directions. But again, I don't want to confuse. I just wanted to point this part out. So as I'm looking, I see them in all directions, at all times, everywhere. My eyes don't have any problem separating them. I never did really once I realized what it was I was looking for. Of course, I lived to 45 years or whatever it was until, or even older than before I found this, right? So it was always there. I just never fucking seen it. So once I realized, it took me first realizing that we were lied to about absolutely everything in our lives has been a lie. Um, I did have to, for some reason, go through that first before I was shown what I'm showing you now. Not that it wasn't there for me to see, it's just that I was ignoring it, just like everybody else is doing now when I'm showing it to you. But I didn't have somebody showing it to me, not in the way that I'm showing it to you, that we can really see it for ourselves. It's not a fucking game. It's not a game. It's not a politic bullshit story. Fucking, this is real shit. This is reality. And for John, who just knows me from, just knowing me through the neighbors, it's gonna take him a little while, but it's undeniable. What I'm showing you is undeniable. You can take your phone in your hand, use it as a viewing device, print up some moons from the computer, do the same thing I'm doing, and you'll see what I'm telling you is true. And that's why I'm telling you to start off in the moon, and that's why I'm bringing you around a little bit to show you around. But anyways, back to what I was saying. So when I'm back here, I'm like this, and I'm showing you guys this face here. But meanwhile, my eyes, let's see if I can do it without dropping the phone. My eyes can do this. Let me see. Okay. So now I'm throwing my lights and shadows in a different direction. But let me see if I can do this without. And, all right. So I guess what I'm doing is I'm showing off a little bit. All right. Because upside down, to me, while you guys are, while I'm trying to get you to look at that, I of course see everything that's also upside down. So you have these awesome ones that actually have some body imagery to them. So like, there's one here. I'm going to get you on top of his eyes. Okay. And then I might have to do this a little bit. Yeah. So I'm going to get on top of his eyes. I'm looking at this upside down, but it doesn't matter. Eye, nose, mouth right here, using that same area that we were looking at just a few minutes ago. Because see, there's the timeline for that one. But there's the timeline, because there's that face upside down, right? If your eyes will start being able to work upside down. So to stay on this guy, I can go eye to eye to eye. So I can come all the way up here on that same area, keeping my camera here because I'm cropping for you. I'm just automatically cropping everything. Then I drop it down to one set of eyes, right? And then he's got a couple crooked sets of eyes. So if I go like this, and this, John, if you're there with me, this is what I was telling you about what looks like sunglasses. So see how it looks like? Watch, I'll drop them right on top of the sunglasses. See the face? But sunglasses, I only count that as me seeing what I want to see, because I know I can find a different angle and I can come over here. Oops, now I moved them. I can find a different angle for him, and I can find those pupils that go with that dark area. So I've learned that all it is image within image within image from the veil to the ground. So me seeing what I think is sunglasses, that's the only way I can explain. Unless I see a Lego on logo on something, you know what I mean? Um, then why, if I don't see cardigan glasses or some kind of shit like that, then I don't, no. And I do see some things with quite a bit of detail, but I'm not going to accept it as anything more than me seeing what I want to see. I don't have to, because there's too much reality here to look at. I don't have to use my imagination to make shit up for myself. I don't. We've already done that long enough. So unless we can come to some kind of conclusion with all that, we meaning anybody that wakes the fuck up. All right. So, anyways, back to this area here. Okay. Let me come back down to a set of his eyes again. I'll come down to this set here, and let me go like this a little bit so I can get his face straight. Okay. So now with that, using that face with any set to those eyes, boom. Use that set if you want. I'm not pointing at it. I'm just dropping the camera on it right here. I for him, right? Then drop down to the sunglasses one. Okay, I. Still just keeps the same mouth area. I'm doing this all upside down because I'm trying to impress you. But now look down here, the chest area. When I stay on him, he's got the whole chest area and shit. This is what I mean by body imagery. He has shoulders. When I come in and out on him and bring you in and out, I can get you, especially when I'm in the right direction, then I can show you even better. But I'm sure you can probably see it because I'm pretty good at showing everybody this. So it's pretty amazing. So this way I can split back over, boom, and then there's our guy that I've been trying to enforce on you using this timeline, starting with this timeline here, because that's the one that cuts his face off right there to give you the skinny face, right? That skinny image using that timeline. Then we can bring the camera over on that same image like this, change my light up a little bit, move my camera around, and then of course I can widen his face by coming out to the next timeline, which is right here. And then there's another one, as we know, going this way that we figured out yesterday, and I can't get my hand in there to get them all, but we can see it. We can see it. We can widen his face. We can get him to go canine. See him? Same face, but I'm going to bring him over here so you can get the whole hairdo bullshit and all that where he turns canine. I'm cropping the bottom of the camera right now so you can get the whole hairdo and everything off that big face. And then when you're looking around while I'm doing this, if you're looking around, you're seeing all kinds of other shit because it's amazing how much is in here that I'm not going in on. So if you see it, don't think I don't see it because I'm just trying not to keep distracting you. But I mean, this is an awesome eye right here that works in a lot of different directions. This mouth of this character here, the skinny one that I'm trying to show you, this mouth works for so many things. And then when you bring your, he's actually another one that he works with that I was explaining to you that I don't even include them because I can never confirm them. I don't know. It's not a fear, but I just keep writing them up as rodents, which is birds, because this area looks in a couple different directions to work as a bird beak. But I'm coming in now to show them as used as an eye, because you're going to be seeing them used as an eye for this character here as I'm coming out, and then when I go back in, I can get you these smaller ones by changing my angles and distances of perspective. Also, all around in the Sea of Tranquility, I'll also show you how to bring you in there later too. It's about using the extra filters for the extra contrast, really, when we get down to that later. And definitely, it's nice to be able to do that with the light. See, I'm going to pull the light in and do it that way, but also this is good because you can not only do this on print, because I get a lot of shit for this, but you also do it on the computer. So you can do it with your eyes, because you know what you do is you can match them all up. Oh, did it shut off on me? Fucking thing. So you can match them if it didn't shut off. Let's see. Yeah. So anyways, you can match it with your eyes. I was going to say too, always lock your camera. Lock your camera in so that you don't have it on swivel whenever you're doing this. And use your camera as a viewing device. Anybody coming to these videos. I guess I can leave the filter off. I mean, it looks really good because it looks good up here because I've got the colored light. So I can control it. By leaving the filter off, I can get more clarity in there. And that is probably why I was having a harder time getting to this one before. Yeah, because I have to raise them up probably. Let's see. All right, let's do this. Can I pause this one? I can't.
He can move the mountains. My God is mighty to save. He is mighty to save. Forever, author of salvation. He rose and conquered the grave. Jesus conquered the grave.
Okay, so throughout my channels, I have these videos that I do here and there, and I just make with my telescope. Very simple. I just glue an eyepiece, telescope eyepiece onto my stupid cell phones, these $30 cheap cell phones, and anybody can do this, is my point. I use a glue gun, hot glue gun, to do this, and I have these videos on here of these. And this is what I'm going to go in on today. I'm going to grab these, and we're going to compare them up to these photographs that I have up top, okay? I'm just going to bring you in on a few different images. Now, if I had enough time, which maybe later, I'd like to go in and show you, in the rocks, the stones, the trees, and everything in just one or two videos. See, like these moons here, these are not even full moons. These are not full moons, but I can certainly extract whatever I can get from there. As a matter of fact, there's one right here that I can see right here that's fucking banging. And if it shows up good on there, even on a half moon, it's worth looking at. So let's check it out. Let's see what I get out of it. Just for the hell of it. I don't even think I've looked at it. Let's see what it's got for views. Probably got 3 fucking views. Let's see, 21 views. They're probably all me. 1 year ago. Nobody ever watches these videos of the moon. It's the most amazing fucking thing. We can see it all. I may end up putting a filter on it. Depends on if I got a filter on the camera. And I'm going to also get the glare off of the screen because I noticed that was hurting me the other day. But this one did look pretty clear when it was coming in the other way. Let's see. Looks pretty shitty when it's enlarged. Computers are slow as hell. They got us to go from fucking AOL, right? AOL. We're gonna upgrade you, you fucking liars. I must have zoomed in over here. Let me see, because it looked better from zoomed out. Right here, I can see him. It looks shitty though. Here, we're gonna see. This is not one of my good moon videos. It's Clayton Morris series part 151. This was a series that I made of Clayton Morris. So I don't know. Maybe these didn't come out too good. And my computer is so fucking slow. It is an opportunity to explain too, though, that I can definitely pick up the imagery all in here. That's another great thing. Another good thing about these videos too is it is easy for me to bring you into the veil on these because I can bring you into the imagery that's in the moon and match it to a full moon to let you know what we're looking at, and the imagery is actual moon. Then this other area that's beyond here, I can show you that it doesn't match the moon imagery. In other words, even with this here, I can still see it's the same imagery as what we see in every other moon photograph, right? Because I know where all the images are. I know there's a really good image here, even though this stupid thing's turning and it can't keep up with me. I don't. It's like this with all my devices are like this. They delete shit. It takes so fucking long. They got us by the balls. I'm telling you. But anyways, I can bring you past this area and bring you into the veil by using the moonlight and go into the veil. But everyone has a hard time believing it. It's actually easy for me because I can separate the pixels, and you can too. Like I was just looking at it just now when that was stopped, and I was able to tell the difference between it. Oh, that's why, because there's a tree coming in here. This was a shitty night, so it wasn't even not even a half a moon. It don't look like, and it kept coming in trees and shit like that were coming in. So yeah, I won't even bother using this one. We'll go to look for a full moon. But yeah, all around when I was in that other position, I was able to see a little bit better, into that. There is no backside of the moon. I've done videos of the backside of the moon looks like the reverse side of the front side of the moon. It's the same shit as far as visually goes. It's not something we can land on. It's not what we were told it is. The whole thing was fucking nonsense. And we can prove that it's nonsense just by using our own eyes. We can look and see that it's not what we were told ever. Not even for thousands of years, it's not even what we were told. And we don't even know if we were told we were thinking 1,000 years ago was actually what we were thinking. Maybe everybody knew the truth back then. And we were just over the years strayed away from the truth. That seems more like the story to me. All right, I come back here and I'm gonna find some better ones, some full moons. I mean, I've got a lot of videos on the Mike Loziak channel. This is the longest one I had, and then Miguel Everyone I picked up. I also had the medical channels that I was running, and I was trying to get. See, this one ain't too bad. I was trying to get to got to into a lot of shit actually with it. The Morgellons talked about the Metellus. I talked about a lot of different shit. And I was trying to tell you the other day when I was talking to you, John, about that. The Metellus accounts for every sickness and ailment that we know, everything that we know to humankind. So I can say it as a general statement, but as soon as I get specific about every disease and every sickness, and we go through them all and explain if we take these certain oils, you won't have this problem anymore. And if you take those certain oils, you won't have that problem anymore, and that kind of thing. Now, I hate it when my camera does this. It goes up and down like this. It used to do this. I don't know why. Maybe because I didn't have it locked. But let's go in there anyways and look around. It looks pretty clear. At least when it's small, it does. Maybe we'll look around a little bit. Let's see. I mean, I got a lot of good videos. Now, these are moon photographs that I have. Maybe that's what I should do. Go to these photographs. Let's see. On the next one, I will. This one, I want to go to some videos. So these are videos that I've already made. These are remasters that are back here that I'm trying to get through. All these are remasters. Obviously, I see the stick there and everything. Um, and even those, again, no views. I watch all my videos over and over and over again. I want to see why and understand. I'm trying to understand why. What are they missing? What are they not seeing that I'm trying to show them that they're not seeing? It's right there. So I spend too much time thinking that way. Can't say anything on YouTube anymore, man. It's terrible. It's terrible. I mean, they've taken away all these rights, and then I'm supposed to be calling out the auditors right now, and it's actually, as much as I like the auditors and stuff too, it's just no, no. They go along with way too many other things. To be out on the street calling out those guys. I mean, this is what's happening is with the auditors, in my opinion, so far, from doing these series out to them for a little over a month, I think already now. And I mean, I don't take them as Freemasony, Illuminati-ish type. Not most of them. Maybe some of the bigger channels, maybe. Um, so in other words, they know not what they do. Uh, and I can give them the benefit of the doubt of that. I think these are moon videos. Let's try it. Let's see. I don't think this is a remaster. I think this is the actual moon video. Maybe not. No, it's not because there's a number up there. All right. Let's keep going. Um, yeah, because we've lost our rights in so many other ways. Why they would be doing it the way they're doing it? They've already accomplished enough. I mean, it all has to be brought out into the open now in bigger ways than what they're showing. Because for some reason, town to town, state to state, the cameras are there's more and more cameras, and by these auditors, what they're doing is encouraging more cameras. They should not be, at least not alone. At least not alone. What they should be doing is encouraging our cameras to watch ourselves and each other and turn away from government interference in us when we want to use our own cameras. In other words, they don't need cameras in every fucking building to watch us. Nobody's doing anything. Nobody's doing anything. This is all about facial recognition and total control because nobody's doing anything. If they're getting this pissed off, it's not a matter of they're scared. They're not scared when these auditors are walking into their places. No matter if it's the police, they're using fear stories of fear, but we know we could tell they're lying. I mean, they're all get up all in the auditors' faces and all this kind of shit, and what the fuck? You can't claim that you're in fear if you're up in their faces and telling them to get out. You're scaring me. I mean, what the fuck, man? This is bullshit. So good that they're showing that, but that means that every person has to carry a camera if we're gonna do it their way. Seriously, I mean, you have to. Because if the cops are going to act the way they're acting when the camera is on them, you can imagine how bad it is when the cameras are not on them. And it ain't fucking good. It ain't looking good. Even myself, I've had a pretty big awakening since doing the auditor series to how many times that I've been troubled, our family and friends have been troubled over the years, and we thought that they had a right to treat us that way, and we thought they had a right to do us that way, and we just didn't know our rights. We really didn't know our rights. We were living by ordinances and um, fake fucking laws, you know, and it only been waking up to it recently over the last 20 years, one thing at a time. But now, just since doing the auditing series, I realize more and more with the police because even years ago, even if you go back, I used to do lick boots is the way the auditors word it, bootlicker. You know, I was always trying to mend relationships between them, even if the bad things were not happening in my own city or town. Even if I got fucked with over the years, I always still seen a need for everyone to get along, you know. And I thrived for that time when I was a kid when the cops were our friends and our family, and it's not that way anymore. They've all been militarized, and the way that they're going about doing most of their business, most of them is not good. They've been the training has been, but we allowed it. You know, we watched it happen. This is what I was saying to the dude John the other day. I know my computer is really slow. I was saying to John about you know, when we were kids, things were so much fucking different. But it was still bad, though. It was really still bad. We just didn't know it was bad. And for our kids, oh man, it's all over, man. They're never gonna have the chance of what I'm trying to show you guys now. Your children and my children, they're never gonna have the chance. What the hell? They're never going to have it because I won't be around. So all of you are going to be ignoring me, and you're just going to be like, okay, fucking dude's nuts. All right, you have a chance. I mean, this is really, really big. This is really when I'm showing you all in the clouds and the trees and the moon and everything, and I'm trying to do it the best I can. All right, here's some other ones. They're not full moons, but let's see how much of it I get. Those are not full moons either. Let's see, maybe it is. Oh, it does look like it might. Oh, yeah, it is. Okay. So it's a full moon, but it's done with this camera. And 26 minute and 30 minutes. All right, we'll go over to this. Harold Kotz, part 277. And this is my telescope with a eyepiece glued onto this cheap little camera. It's not a big deal. Sometimes I put filters, I cut the filters down to size to drop down into the eyepiece also. So I sometimes do that. This is not one of those times. So what I'd like to do with the moon when I'm doing these, two important things: lights and shadows, as I told you, in angles and distances of perspective. So, what I want to point out as we're doing this is I'm letting the moon go light to light, and you might think it's a waste of your time. It's not. What I'm doing is I'm pausing and playing, pausing and playing. So I'm going to pause it right there, and I'm already seeing it on this end. I'm already seeing the imagery starting to pop. So once I start seeing it pop, it's just the lights and shadows that are coming into our eyes allows us to see this. This is the way it was supposed to be. The false creator slash creator, the one who's responsible for the bio build, he did this for a reason so that we would all see it, and we're all ignoring it. We're going along with human concepts and human derived bullshit stories. I just press play again. So you'll notice a pulsation every time because I'm pulling in more lights and shadows along with as the moon's coming into the telescope. So I'm bouncing around because I'm trying to get a better angle because it might not be going through the telescope properly. So I'm back at the beginning now, so I'm going to let it go through again. I'll play some music so you're not bored because I got to get a cigarette. I'm just waiting for a large enough area that I want you to look at because I was just telling John about this area. Once it comes in, I'll hit pause. What I'm letting come into view right now, John Doe is what they tell us is the man on the moon. They don't give us nearly as much as what I'm letting come in right now, though, and I'm gonna let it continue to come in while I'm getting my cigarette. But I'm just gonna use a cropping tool to show you this. All right, so I'm gonna drop this one down on his eyes. His eyes are gonna come in a lot better in a minute. I'm letting them come into focus, and then underneath we're starting to get his lips are coming in. He's got many different mouths, many different lips. Now right here, just this very small line of something is where they're telling you the man on the moon images. I've done videos on it, and they're probably still up actually, because when they deleted them I was getting frustrated, so I just did it like without talking about anything, and I just did it, and then what could they say, as long as because otherwise they'll claim false information or whatever. So anyways, I can do my usual. I got my cropping tools here, so I can come in and out and start cropping things. Now, there's going to be, again, just like I'm always telling you, millions of images are going to be in here. So, you just have to be ready for that and use your cropping tools to separate things for yourselves, because it's going to be like collage. The reason why I'm up here is because I want to give you how good these sunglasses are. So here are the sunglasses sitting up on his eyes, right? You're going to see these better in a moment. But I want to start pointing out now as he's coming in, is this area here that goes back this way, which is many other images. We'll get into them later. What I want to point out is when it's cropped, you can see how these could be looked at as glasses. So it's even more evidence of that I deny, because I'm not going to go along with it. I'm just still going to say it's only me seeing what I want to see. And in this position, there's two different ones. These so-called eyeglasses, which are not eyeglasses, but these so-called eyeglasses where they have the back going back this way, and then as it comes in, there's another one that goes back this way. There's going to be even more evidence that these are glasses of some kind, but I don't buy it. I just don't think that the true creator had any intention of anything that was human influence, so no, that would be just me making up bullshit stories based on what my brain is telling me looks like glasses, right? It's just not enough for me, even though they end up right on top of his eyes in here. Now, through my investigations and my research over the last 6 years, I can now tell you for sure why these areas are as dark as they are. I'll be able to tell you that. So if you watch any of my videos throughout my series, and when I'm talking about the moon, I can explain all that to you, okay? I'm not going to stop it now because I'm already at, oh my God, I'm already at 40-something minutes. Holy shit. So I'm going to have to start this video again. All right, so I'm going to let them keep coming in. So just keep an eye on that whole area, okay? And I'm trying to decide if I'm going to put a filter on. I don't know. Maybe a yellow. Yeah, I'll put a yellow filter on just for a little bit of color. Okay, so here he is now. He's coming in, and now again, without cropping him, your eyes might get confused. So I'm gonna start cropping him in a couple different directions. Now, I'll also mention that this is not his ideal angle for this particular image. Now I'm going to drop it on top of the glasses so you can see his eyes. His eyes will start coming in for you, looking right at you. Okay, and he's working with this nose. Let me get my stick instead of this. Okay, notice the timelines. You'll start seeing the timelines, right? You can see for this particular image, this man on the moon, so-called, you can easily see his timeline, right? That's why you'll see him better when I do this with the cropping tool. Notice how you'll see his eye better? Watch. See, his eye comes in better. He's not even fully in, just to let you know. He's not even fully in, and I'm not at his ideal angle. He's got another angle that's much better. I'm just bringing you in to show you like what's happening with this eye here when I'm doing that, how the eye ends up being better. Look at you. Now, look how the eye I'm pointing at's way out here. Now, watch what's going to happen with, and I see several other images, so don't get confused. Because now I'm going to do this. I'm going to bring him into this eye. There you go. See the timeline? That's what I'm doing in order to do that for you out there. But I can bring them into here and get another image. So this whole area over here, several, because I can crop them several different ways, just like the so-called moon shadow will do. So I can bring them down here to get these eyes and that face. And then I can bring him out here to get that one. Okay, so now that I showed y'all, and I haven't even taken the camera off the fucking thing yet, off the tripod yet. What am I at? 40-something minutes, right? Or is that a 2? I can't see. I think it's 45 minutes already. Holy shit. Alright, maybe I'm just going to end it on this then. Okay, this ends up being a smoking device, right? Because here's his lips. Here are his lips. His nose is right here. Eye under here. Eye under here. On this particular one that I'm bringing you into. And his other timeline on the other side of his face, by the way, is right there. Okay? My croppers doesn't fit it, but I'm just showing you where the timeline is so you can see it. So anyways, what I wanted to do is show you from here down. Okay, so from the sunglasses down, because what I'm doing is I'm bringing you in so your eyes are more concentrated on this area. He's still not even fully in. His lips will fully come in. You'll see his face better, everything. But he's got these puffy lips, what look like a smoking device coming out of his mouth at certain angles with a little bit of what looks like a puff of smoke coming off the end of that smoking device, right? So that has to be me seeing what I want to see. It's an inanimate object. It's human concept, right? A smoking device. It's nothing that I would expect to see in the true creator's work. So therefore, I don't accept it, even though I can see it. And I do see all the other images of the feline, canine, rodent, ape, human, and beast that also make up that area. So I have to go with the feline, canine, rodent, ape, human, and beast because they're so crisp and clear. And